Nothing can ever stop you from living your life. Nothing can ever stop you from getting back out there, from picking yourself back up, wiping off the dust, from looking your anxiety in the face and being like, no, and come on, and to just keep going, to just keep freaking going, okay? Well, hello guys, and welcome back to my vlog channel. For today, come here. It is currently 6:30. I just finished out my work for the day, and it's dinner time, so I'm frazzled. Hold on a moment. So I didn't meal prep, I just went and picked up groceries so that I had stuff to make dinner. In case you guys are curious of the brand that I'm using, it is meat-free chicken patties. And then I also bought some onion buns and just like some vegan mayo. We're just basically gonna be making a full-on chicken sandwich dinner. And then it's also batch night, it's also a bit of work tonight, and yeah. I actually just put out a new faves of cigarettes after sex playlist. I feel like I always get really into cigs after sex around Valentine's Day because it's such like moody, I don't even know, it's just like it's very, again, if you watched last week's, or was that 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago when I got the cigarettes after sex t-shirt and I told you guys I was gonna DIY it. Last week's vlog was already pretty extensively long with all of my tears. So I figured I would save it and put it into today's vlog. I have like 20 minutes to kill before I head out, and I'm gonna DIY this shirt like we mentioned last week. I'm gonna be extra careful, and if you do this at home, take the t-shirt off. This is so much cuter now. I also rolled up the sleeves. And now we've created a whole new mood. Not in school, but always a student. So that was my little like super easy 2-second DIY, but one of the things that I want to start doing is just kind of taking old clothes and thrift clothes and kind of redesigning my own like jackets and shirts. So that's kind of like a little random project or hobby. It's like a side hobby that I'm kind of taking on. If you want to see more of those types of things, let me know. Aside from that, I'm going to shuffle my faves of cigs after sex playlist, make some chicken burgers for dinner, and I'll share with you guys the recipe. Today I am getting my blinds fixed, which is one of those things that I don't even think I've ever told you guys, but the blinds downstairs broke when Larissa was still living here. And it's one of those just like house tasks that just kept on getting procrastinated, and I tried to get them fixed actually, I think it was during Utober, hence why it didn't end up happening, but we nailed it, we got it all together, and today the guy is coming to fix my blinds, so that's a bonus. I don't know if you guys have noticed in the last few vlogs me mentioning how many times that it's cold and cloudy all the time, And I feel like, I mean, I'm noticing it every time I go to edit. I'm like, oh, I'm mentioning that again. I think the whole lack of sunlight midwinter, just like, it always kind of gets to me a little bit this time of year. Feeling like it's been forever since summer and still kind of forever until summer. And so I just, yeah. I'm actually tapping into work a little early because I want to get my filming done before the blinds guy comes, because it'd be really awkward to be filming if he was here. I kind of have a workout tonight. At 8 p.m. tonight, I'm going and I'm doing a private hip hop dance lesson. I was just like, it's one of those things that's been on my bucket list, and I love to dance, like, so much. Like, I did dance when I was a kid, and then I did cheerleading in high school, and I was just like, I liked it, but I'm a little nervous because it's one of those things where I still dance, but very recreationally. I love going to live music and dancing, and I love like hitting up a good dance floor, and I love dancing around my apartment, but that doesn't always necessarily mean that, like, you know, you're good. So I feel like this will be a very telling opportunity for me to just see if dancing is one of those things that, you know, I could actually be good at, or if I should just leave it recreationally. I just don't want to overthink it, because I just don't want to make myself nervous, you know? We'll talk about this in a bit, but like, I don't know, man, my anxiety has just been like way extra turned up. And so I'm easing throughout the day, reminding myself that these are fun things, you know, good things. It's good to get the blinds fixed, get sunlight in. It's good to go to dance lessons. It's gonna be fun. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna work, so. Look how much brighter it is. That is so much better. Oh my god, having blinds that actually open makes such a difference. Cheers. So it's actually now Thursday. I haven't updated you guys, I'm pretty sure, since Tuesday, right before my hip hop class. So there's two main things that I learned from my dance class. The first one is that I definitely, I would say that like my personality is a little too like bubbly. She kept on telling me to like be angry and to like make it like basically to have an attitude that's like, do not f with me. It made me very aware that I have zero do not f with me energy. So that's one thing to work on. The second thing that I found really interesting, and this is kind of a little bit more on like the deeper side, I was thinking about this a lot actually. The dance instructor, Natalie, she kept on being like, you need to like take up more space. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't Like I was like shrinking away and just like, that was the most eye-opening experience. So I think I'm gonna start going back. I wanna do a few more hip hop dance classes for sure, because once I start something, I like to get at least a little good at it if I'm gonna put it back down. I definitely wanna try different types of dance now that I've got my foot in the door. So yeah, that was really fun. Oh my God, today, I feel like the last few weeks, the whole sleeping stuff that I've been talking to you guys about like just not getting enough sleep, not getting proper sleep. I was trying to work earlier this morning upstairs and I just could not focus. I don't really get sick very often and I don't take days off. I'm about to tell you I took today off, but I didn't. But I did take a nap. Like I was like, you know what, screw this. And I climbed back into bed and I fell asleep for like 2 hours and I feel like my body needed that so badly. And now I'm gonna actually pull out my laptop and get some more work done. My sister and I had a meeting, we do it via FaceTime, about codes, and that was at like 8. Like we were on FaceTime till like about 9-ish, I wanna say. So my work has definitely not been routined this week as much as usual. So far in 2020, fingers crossed, knock on wood, things have been going really great and I feel like my work routine has kept me ahead of the game. This week is one of those weeks though where I'm like, okay, this is one of those test weeks, so I'm staying ahead, but I'm just being aware and I'm trying not to like overdo it. There's so much that goes on behind, like on my computer and behind camera that most people you just wouldn't even think of or would think would be required for my job. Anyway, I've been rewatching Lizzie McGuire. So I've already done like my emails and stuff, but I want to sit down and write a couple blog posts out for the month of February. And I'm gonna watch Lizzie McGuire and then we're gonna make more pizza tonight for dinner. Just a really chill Thursday. Just like a really kind of like day off or work from home, even though I do always work from home, you know? Like take a nap and just like sit on your computer and dick around but still get stuff done. That's the day I'm having. Cheers. I'm just gonna put it right out there, right off the bat. I'm like super anxious today and I don't know why. I have only had one caffeinated coffee today. I did have 2 coffees, but my second coffee was a decaf. I knew that I wasn't supposed to have too much caffeine too close to 3 p.m. today because I'm going to do hypnotherapy. One of those things that's just been like on my bucket list for so long and I've wanted to try it for a really long time, and I figured I'm just like trying new things. I'm really pushing myself to get out and do things that are outside of my comfort zone or things that I'm just curious about, things that I'm interested in. And hypnotherapy was one of them. And I booked this appointment, right? And then today is just one of those days where I've tried, like I did a pretty long meditation this morning and I was trying to pin where this anxiety was coming from. I just know that it's how I'm feeling, and I feel like if I just accept it and I bring attention to it, then I won't let it stop me, kind of thing. Which it almost did. Like I wanted to try and cancel, and then I realized that you couldn't cancel without having to pay in full. So I was just like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go and just like bring my anxiety with me. Like just be honest about it and then it stops controlling you. I pretty much need to leave now because it's 2:16. So I'm gonna go and just get casually hypnotized on a Friday, and I'll let you know how it goes. It should be very interesting.
I'm still on the ground. It's a dizzying day. I would give a lot to get away. It's getting real dark in here. Feels like I've been here 1,000 years. Could you bring some light to me? Or just sit beside me and never leave?
Okay, so I think I'm finally ready to talk about this. I did the same thing this week as I did last week, where I put all my footage into my computer to see what I was working with because I kind of forgot. It's been like a few days since, I don't know, man, the last few days I just kind of went into a weird, I've already been vlogging this week's, but I didn't film an outro to last week's. Like, I didn't tie up last week because I felt really anxious last week, or the week that you guys just witnessed, and I wanted to wait until I felt a little bit more grounded to tie it up, for the fact that I've tried filming this outro like 5 times and each time I've cried. We're good. We're holding it together. And I'm freaking crying again. Like I said, I think I'm ready to just kind of give you guys, like, just to talk about something that has been really close to my heart. First things first, because I already mentioned it, this is one of the things I kept crying about every time I tried to film this outro. Last week, uploading that vlog where I was just like on my period and I was emotional and I just like showed this whole different side of myself, and it's a nerve-wracking thing sometimes, and I try and kind of play it cool, like I'm like, oh yeah, whatever, this is just me crying here, thousands of people watch this, but internally I'm a little like, every time I upload something, and so I'm gonna start crying again. But 2020 is doing these weekly vlogs has done 2 really big things for me that I didn't realize I needed. And the first one is it's made me fall in love with like vlogging and editing and YouTube again. Like, I just feel like back in the beginning phases of me ever doing YouTube, this is the feeling I used to have when I would film and edit and play around with videos and just take footage for the sake of just like loving to take footage. Like, I don't feel like I'm creating because I have to, I feel like I'm creating because I want to. And that feeling was gone for so long. But the second thing that I think is getting me is just that it's making me feel so much more confident in the way that I am allowing myself to, I guess, connect to you guys watching this. And when I went to that hypnotherapy, I addressed something that was deep inside of my subconscious that I guess I didn't really fully know was there, or maybe I did. An elephant in the room, you know? You kind of sense that something's there, but you don't really want to face it, or sometimes it can be scary. I'm trying to get very comfortable at just expressing the wide range of my emotions because it's human. You know, it doesn't make you flawed, it just literally makes you human. And so I've been really flipping my anxiety or flipping my fear on itself by being like, yo, we don't need to be scared of this. Like, let's actually go head first into our anxiety. Let's go head first into our fear safely. Just see what's even on the other side of it. And when I did that hypnotherapy, which all it really was just like a really deep meditation, right? He led me into this place where I saw like 6-year-old me, and she was just terrified of being seen. I was afraid as a kid, I guess, to express emotion, to share myself. I have a bubble in my throat. I met this young version of me that learned to hide her emotions and learned to not be seen. YouTube, when I started doing my YouTube channel, this was my outlet. This was my escape in a lot of ways from my real life. Like, I was a depressed, unhappy, anxiety-riddled teenager that just wanted to create and wanted to express herself, but didn't feel like I could in my real life. So that's why I started doing YouTube. And now that it's been 7 years, my world that was me getting to tuck myself away from the real world became my real world. And that's kind of that's just where I'm at with life right now, and come full circle in the sense of having to now choose, okay, this world isn't an escape anymore. It's your reality. So you can either show yourself fully, like just be 100% yourself, or I can choose to do something different. But those are my options. And so I made the choice that this year I wanted to just weekly vlog and just I wanted to give myself a year to try and fall back in love with creating, but also to do so in an even more authentic way, as authentic as digitally possible, you know? Hello. I was always so scared to like connect and to like comment and to really embrace my audience and to really embrace my platform. I was just afraid to fully embrace myself, I guess, you know? And so that's what this year really kind of is for me, or it feels that way. Anyway, the last thing I will touch on, I talked a lot about my anxiety in this vlog. This is the part that I've tried filming like 5 times and I can't. And I always just like trip up. So if I start fumbling on my words, you'll have to excuse me. At the end of 2019, actually just in general, 2018 and 2019, there was this thread. My wee little Piscean heart got broken at the end of the year. And as much as that sucks, I think what sucks more is having to lose somebody that you care about. And I feel like last year I lost 2 people I really care about. And that's just been something I've been processing and dealing with behind camera and aside from work. And I think that's why I really started 2020 like driving into work, because that's what I do. Like when I get really emotional, when I get really anxious, I drive it towards something rather than, you know, self-destruction. Just filming and creating and doing that stuff because it keeps me happy. In terms of embracing that spectrum of human emotion, I've really tried to gracefully allow myself to be broken. You can meet people that are incredible, and you can meet people, you'll meet, like we all do, we meet so many incredible people in our lives, but that doesn't mean that they're all meant to stick around and they're all meant to stay. And that's a really hard pill to swallow, especially when you see, like when you see parts of somebody's soul and you just want to spend time with that piece of that soul. But there's so much more to life, and you can't just like, that's where my life is just at. That's where I'm at. That's what I've been doing. That said, I wanted to just express it because I do know that one of the things that's been making me feel a little anxious, and I want to be so honest about this, with creating content and creating content surrounding my life, it can sometimes feel like there's this pressure to put on a smile and show just like thriving and doing all of these cool, crazy things, right? Like traveling here, doing this, jumping on that plane, going to this meeting. And I think that that is a big theme in social media a lot of the times. You know, everybody wants to show this highlight reel of their life. I'm really trying to break that down for myself. I want to show you guys my highlight reel, but I also want to show you guys the real, you know? Life can sometimes get messy. Life can sometimes be painful, like really painful. That's okay. Like there's room for that too. It's okay to like need to take some time to be on your own, heal yourself and work through your life obstacles in whatever way you see fit. And just tying it back really quick to that anxiety, I've definitely felt a need to kind of retreat a little bit into myself, to take dance lessons, to go get hypnotized, and to like just soul search. I feel like I'm doing a lot of soul searching right now, and I'm embracing that, and I'm trying to just be open with you guys about how I'm feeling, be open with you guys about my anxiety, show that it doesn't need to stop you. Like you're allowed to be anxious and still live your life. You're allowed to, it's okay to be in pain, but also be happy. Sometimes the real ain't pretty. Sometimes the real sucks. Sometimes it's painful. And sometimes there are certain times where it's not appropriate to share. And I will totally back that. I just want to show you my life, and that's what's going on in my life, you know? Don't hide away. Don't be afraid to be your full, authentic self. If people don't like it, they're not gonna like it. If you end up heartbroken, you end up heartbroken, but like nothing can ever stop you from living your life. Nothing can ever stop you from getting back out there, from picking yourself back up, wiping off the dust, from looking your anxiety in the face and being like, no, and come on, and to just keep going, to just keep freaking going, okay? Now I don't have to talk about it again. Now you guys know why I'm doing all of these random things and like trying out all of this just whatever, and now I can get back to doing all of those things. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys there as just like a little life update, a little mini daily brew within this vlog, but I definitely just felt like I wanted to update you guys on that because that was like the only thing that was missing. The only ingredient from these vlogs that was missing was like, why is she so anxious? Why is she doing all these random things? And why is she kind of spending so much time in hibernation? And that is why. So, moving on in. I wish I could hug you. I'm gonna do my best to like stop crying so much and getting so emotional with you guys, but I feel like once I cracked that part of me open, I just can't stop emoting. Like everything has made me feel some type of way lately. I'll do my best to like rein it in a little bit. Anyway, longest outro. I'm gonna go. Happy to be on this journey and happy to be on it and experiencing it with you, and so thankful that you guys are on it with me, you know, and you guys have given me such a safe place to just be. It's just, yeah, just thank you. God, I'm getting so sappy lately. Anyway, see you next week.